Hello, everyone, and welcome into another exciting episode here of the Could Have Been Great Show. Tanner Barth, my boy Mel Quitman here, and we're talking football. Obviously, the Super Bowl just got done, wrapped up, but we also have some exciting things for, a player that never got to the Super Bowl before, but still had a huge impact on the game. Philip Rivers, former NC State quarterback, a great up in Raleigh, and JR, he's had a big impact on the game, not only in the NFL, but on the college ranks as well, and little dog right there.
Yeah, man. No, it's crazy the things he did in the ACC and everything. It's legendary, man. He's definitely, if not the best quarterback in the ACC, one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC easily. And man, my short time with him, man, it was just a pleasure to play, just a pleasure to be around him, and just a lot of fun to just see great. It's crazy to see greatness in the beginnings. You know what I mean? Like when I went into college, I saw Torrey Holt's greatness already pretty much started. Because he was a senior my freshman year, and it was his Heisman campaign and everything. So to see that, and then to see Philip Rivers come in its infancy and like the beginning of it and everything is just, it's crazy. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun for sure.
And you kind of mentioned it a little bit right there. If you didn't know, for all of our listeners and viewers out there, JR actually played football at NC State, and he's still friends and close acquaintances with a lot of those players that caught touchdown passes for Philip Rivers. Was his blockers on the offensive line. Got to go through what it was like to play with Philip. And JR, actually, with that being said, we got some special guests, man. A couple of your old Wolfpack teammates making an appearance here on the Could Have Been Great Show.
Yeah, man. We try to keep in touch a lot. Especially so we'll have offensive lineman Scott Kustra. He's from Cary High School in Raleigh. Man, he's great. He played with Rivers all 4 years. Got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals. Played a few years. I think he got hurt. I forgot he stopped playing. He had to stop playing due to injury, I do believe. But just the stories from us starting off together, and then the stories that he had going on to finish playing with Rivers were amazing. Willie Wright, tight end, caught touchdown passes from Rivers for 2 seasons. I keep in touch with Willie a lot. He's a lot of fun. It's one of my closest friends still to this day. And Jeff Fisher also, he's one of my good friends, defensive tackle, went up against the Rivers a lot during practice, went up against me in practices a lot and everything. And it was a lot of fun catching their stories about playing with Rivers and the biggest moments, the moments that some of them I wasn't a part of, but some I was. And it was a lot of fun, man, a lot of fun.
And with that being said, let's jump right into it. Let's hear from the Raleigh boys on, what that time was like, and you guys kind of catching up on the college football age with Philip Rivers, and you guys kind of dominating there in the 90s.
Robbie was and I still talk. I still talk to Robbie.
Robbie tell him I said hello. He might not remember me, but please
Robbie
tell him I said hello.
He's a legend, man, and he's the only reason. I was really I think probably the only reason that we were there. I mean, if he recruited you, like he was the reason you were there.
He recruited me.
Right. Yeah. So I would see him because I was coaching for a little bit, and I would see him at conventions, and I would see him, and he was still, "How's your mama? How's your mama?
How everybody doing?
How everybody doing?" And so he was still, right. And when I was coaching, I would pull the old, I'd put 2 holes in the ground. That's a hole in the ground. That's your asshole. Right. Which was which, you know what I mean? So, so Rob was he was the whole reason we were there, man. We wanted to do well for him, because it was like playing for dad. You know what I mean? It was like playing it wasn't just like some BS. It was like playing for a family member type situation. So, yeah, it was good, man. I got pretty good memories, man. I kept.
No, you don't. We ain't have no fun there, man. We didn't have no good times. What you talking about?
Nah, we didn't have no fun.
We didn't have no fun. I obviously didn't have no fun, right?
Right. No, you didn't.
What was it like to play with Philip Rivers? I know that obviously I've just seen him on the NFL field, but what was that kind of like? Because he seems like a guy who's real down to earth, but he's also, he'll get in your face if he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it was a pleasure. I had my junior and senior year with my 2 years starting, and that was Phillips' freshman and sophomore year. I know that first year we blended because I was greedy and I wanted to catch passes, and
they wanted you to block. They had you in there.
They had him blocking.
An extra tackle in there.
Man, look, that lasts about 4 practices, and they know that they better put Vanderveer in there on them run.
Right.
Vandy.
I'm good for catches and routes. So if we blocking off play, if you run into the right and I'm on the left, I got you.
There you go.
Blocking was not my strong suit. My running routes, catching passes. So playing with Phillip was cool, man. Cocky dude, but fun, friendly. Gonna talk smack, but it's all love.
I don't even know if I would say cocky, like confident.
Well, yeah, cocky. That's because you ain't never played basketball.
He would never cuss, yo. He never said a cuss word.
No, but he would. There's times I remember, like, we went to Texas Tech, and it was a battle. Like, we were going back and forth, and it was like OT. But it was like the middle of the second or third quarter, and it was like it was our first test of the year, like really tested, because we probably played like, Arkansas State or William and Mary or something like that. And then we went out there, and he was like, we scored on the goal line. He was like, yeah, these some big boys. They coming for you. And I'm like, Phillip, these some big boys too, man. Chill out.
Phillip, you don't have to hit these big boys.
We got to block these dudes now. Like, chill. Like, let's get through this, and we'll be all right. He would do that at Florida State. Like, man, come on now, chill out, Phillip, because I know you feeling good back there, but like, you ain't up here in the trenches either now. I'm like, man. But yeah, it was, how it was, man. When you got, our senior year, it was like probably a year after you left, Willie. Like, it was phenomenal, man. Like the stuff he was doing. Like he owned the offense. He owned, everything. He was like, okay, we're gonna be all right. Like, you got a guy like that back there who could just, like, we didn't even put in the center like Derek, or if it was a young Jed like Derek Green, it wouldn't even be like Derek calling the point. Like Phillip, like they gave Phillip the ability to just be like, call the point. Like he would just call it, depending on what he saw and who he wanted to, like, protect, where he wanted his protection at. So he would just call the point, and we would go from there. So we would block 4 down guys and wherever Phillip pointed to. So that was. But that was a leadership. I mean, that was a skill set he came in with anyways.
Yeah, from the jump.
Y'all remember? I remember vividly when he came in. It was like winter workouts, and he walked in the facility. You know what I mean? He's just walking around with one of the coaches.
Babyface like 6'6", 220 pounds.
He's like 6'6", you know what I mean? Huge already, and we all looking around like 6. That's what everybody was started calling him 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", you know what I mean? Yeah, he came in and just started humming it and just.
But it was like, remember, it was him and Jatavis, right?
Him and Jatavis,
yeah.
And it was like, how's this going to shake out? Because Jatavis had a year on him.
Right.
Jatavis is an athlete. Maybe not the arm, but Phillip would just,
he had everything. The leadership, the arm, the confidence, the everything. And back then, the athleticism.
Well. Yeah, he was still, but y'all, Willie,
he was a
y'all
safety.
remember
He was
seeing
a
him
safety
stretch?
in high school.
Y'all remember seeing him stretch? He couldn't touch his toes, bro.
No.
Wow.
He couldn't touch his toes in the stretch line.
He got about 20 rushing touchdowns in college too, but those 1 yard sneaks.
Those 1 yard sneaks, like Tom Brady, 1 yard sneaks.
That's it. And it maybe wasn't even a yard; it was a half yard. Like it wasn't even a full yard. So
yeah, Coulda, Mel, you were saying he came in with that smartness from the jump, and checking plays and moving protections and keeping the back end to block when they needed to. He came in with that smartness, and that that helped him out, and it only got better. I wish I could have played with junior and senior Phillip.
Me too.
But
Me too.
Freshman and sophomore Phillip was fun, man. freshman and sophomore Phillip was fun. Raw,
right? Yeah.
You know, and we trying to win big games, and we got a freshman or a sophomore in there checking plays and being a leader. It was it was cool, man. I know immediately everybody gravitated to him. And we
tight ass jeans. He was rocking them skinny jeans before it was skinny jeans.
And them little shorts. I don't need to see the upper meat of your thigh on those shorts, man. Put some lower shorts on.
Like, hey, but he had, his daddy was a coach, so they, he used to rock them polyester coach shorts, probably. You know what I mean? Like,
come on, yeah. Even at the reunion a few years ago, I was like, come on, Phil, you can get some longer shorts, man. Come on, man. I know you got 9 kids.
Man.
9 kids, yo.
Phil was good.
Hey, Willie. Hey, Willie, take me back to Saturday, September 9th, 2000. 41-38 win over Indiana. You catch your first 2 college touchdown passes. Phillip Rivers. You remember that game at all?
Man, do I remember it? Man, of course. That was my first game playing. Didn't play the first game. Came back that second game. We at Indiana. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I literally played in like 2 games before this. One time at Baylor where I had 1 play at wide out and then a couple plays on kickoff return. So this was my first reps. And I remember the first touchdown was a corner route. And I saw that line. We worked on it on practice. I knew I'm a wide receiver out here at tight end pretty much. Not wide receiver speed, but wide receiver routes and hands.
But those hands though. And those hands for sure.
I remember the guy lined up on me. I ran that corner and Phillip put it on the money. And caught it, fell in the end zone, didn't know how to celebrate because I didn't want to get no penalty.
You had 2 of them that game though, so you had a chance to redeem
the second one. I can tell
you.
Was
that the one-handed catch? Was that the one-handed?
No, that's the next year. That's
okay. My bad. Okay.
That junior year, we was at Indiana, and then that second touchdown, if you watch the film, you can see Phillip takes it. He looks. He checks 1, 2, checks Ray over there in the flats, and then just lobs it to me over the middle. And I'm not open. He got to put it at that point where I can jump.
He threw you open. He threw you open.
He threw me open. There you go, Coach. He threw me open, jump ball, and somebody from Indiana mailed that to me, the newspaper the next day, and I still have that. It's literally me catching. It looked like my eyes are closed, but I catch the ball over the defender, and I was like, this boy can play because I always want them. Coach, I always want them jump balls. That was what I was
put it up. So just put it up there.
Put it up there.
Was that when he was a freshman?
That was him as a freshman, yeah. And that was, first game I got to play with him. From then on, he was my dog.
Yeah, I was going to say he threw 5 touchdown passes, 1 interception, 400 yards in that game. But do you remember who the other quarterback was? The other
Randall L. It was Randall L.
Antoine Randall L.
Because he came the next year, and he was Antoine Randall L. the next year,
like real deal.
Remember they messed up because they put him at receiver. They were trying to put him at receiver and stuff, and that kind of messed with their season. And I remember Terrence Holt in that game at the next year at NC State. Like I think it was Terrence that lit him up. I can't remember who it was, but he was running up the middle and just blasting him, lit him up. And I remember that game because I had 2 more touchdowns. I ate Indiana up for 2 years. I had 4 touchdowns.
Like they were something. They were something though. Randall L was something else though.
Oh yeah, he was fun to watch in college. He was a hell of a college football player.
That game would have been tougher though if they would have left him at quarterback. I know they were trying to get him NFL ready, and big up to Indiana for doing that because they kind of sacrificed their program a little bit for that year. Because he was a great running quarterback, man, a great threat. Yeah. And if he played in today's age, he would be like Lamar. I don't know if he'll be as good as Lamar, but he'll be like a Lamar Jackson type player. Right. But back then, they didn't have the offense.
Back then didn't have the offense and stuff.
The offense wasn't built like that, so they moved him to wide out. He had a good pro career.
I feel like that.
He was with the Steelers for a minute doing that.
Yeah. I feel like that 2000 season was kind of a year for you guys of, being so close. You lost. Let's see here. You lost 3-4 games by 1 score. The only one that wasn't close was that Florida State.
Was that the cardiac? Like that's when everybody was talking about the cardiac.
Cardiac Pat. Cardiac Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah. One Duke by 4, and then had some other close games. Georgia Tech by 7, Indiana by 3. Yeah.
The one that stung that year, I remember. I think the Maryland one was tough.
Oh,
that Maryland.
At
That
Maryland
Maryland one
in the
was
snow.
tough.
Up 21-0.
35-28.
Yeah, we was up. We was up in that game.
Man,
You know what happened in that? Corn, he sat Corn. Remember that?
Right. Yep.
I think he sat Corn in that one for the first quarter. Then he came in. I got hurt. I remember I got hurt that one. I was done. That ended my season. But we were up big, and then they ended up coming back. Maryland was always a problem for us, but they had
It's a big game for
Ray
Ray
Robinson. They had some deep. They always had cats. They had a running games. They always were a problem for us.
Cool.
That one.
Man, you brought that up. I literally, to this day, cannot stand Maryland football for that game.
For real, I can't either.
To this day,
that was Ralph Friedgen and all his BS. But because they had an offense,
what was that running back? They had that running back number 1, Perry. I can't remember his name.
Let me look here.
But he threw it.
He had probably 250 yards, bro.
Man,
wow.
Man, to this day, I don't like Maryland football just for that.
Me neither. Can't stand them. Can't stand them. We would roll through and run into their what we thought they were sorry or maybe not that great, and they would put it to us. It was weird.
Big ups to Maryland, but I don't like
you. Yeah, no, I can't. No, I can't do it.
Hey, it's a podcast. You can say whatever you want to. You good? We can say whatever we want to say. It's a podcast. We ain't on radio. We can say whatever we want to say, man. So
and I'm sure that game was extra tough for you guys, coming off getting beat by Florida State 58-14. And then, you kind of think in the first half you have Maryland on the ropes, and then it just kind of gets away.
Florida State, that wasn't nothing but P-Dub. That wasn't nothing but Dub back there. That was Peter Ward back there.
That shit was crazy.
But you know what? He might not have been there. We went down there one year. He was there, though. Was he there?
He was there when I went. He was there when I was there.
That next year we beat him.
When we went down and I was there,
there,
he was there. Did we win that game? No, we lost when I went.
Yeah, they got us pretty good.
Yeah. But who Scott, being an offensive lineman, I got to know, like, who would you say was your toughest matchups coming through college?
Pep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, but I don't think he played like he didn't turn it on.
He wasn't.
When he wanted to go, you couldn't. There was nothing he could do. But he was out there just like, let me get through this. You know what I mean? I'm about to be like the number 2 pick or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when he went hard, it was like, whew, that's another level right there.
You too, Willie?
And then Wake Forest had to do Calvin Pace. I don't know if y'all remember Calvin.
Yes, I remember Calvin Pace.
He played for the Jets for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then, Carolina always had guys, and Florida State had dudes. Georgia Tech had a guy.
Georgia Tech had some dudes.
Though they had a guy, he broke the damn. They were like, don't let him get this sack because it breaks the school record for Georgia Tech. I don't even know, and he got it. He got it on my ass. I don't know what it. I forget his name, but Georgia boys, you know how they go, right? So. Yeah, and then Clemson always had guys. No. Clemson always had guys.
That Clemson loss was tough.
Down
there. Yeah.
Philip threw that to me at the end of the game, last play of the game. He threw it to me, and we had a mix-up on the play call. So me and Vanderveer swapped sides. It was an out and up, and I was looking for the high ball. He threw it inside, and I tried to. I mean, it was offensive pass interference, and I ain't calling it. I literally grabbed the DB and tried to jump and grab the ball. And I wish we could have that back. The mix up in the huddle made a switch, and to kind of find out that safety who made that play wasn't even supposed to do that. He just saw a switch, and he went out of the play and guarded me on that. And
but I
think if he
think
had done that, I would have been wide open. And,
Willie, I think, man, Willie, games like that right there, that was your senior year. That was like my junior year, I think.
Yeah.
I think losses like that. It was like we can play with Clemson.
Oh yeah.
We can play with that. Helped us the next year. You know what I mean? Like we took the L, but a year later we went down there, and 2 years later we beat their ass. We beat Clemson 28 or 21 to nothing.
I was watching and cheering, laugh.
Yeah. Damn. So and Comer, Comer had them.
You guys talk about two.
CC.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to him.
I was gonna say, you guys talked
CC.
about that 2001
Yes, sir.
season. You know, what was that? Take me back to 2001. You guys start off the season with a couple good wins against Indiana and Southern Methodist, and a 17-9 game on the road at North Carolina. You guys remember that game at all a little bit, and what kind of happened there to start the 2001 season?
I don't remember that. We were on the road?
On the road, yeah. 17-9 was the final score, and after that, you guys beat Wake 17-14, and then back-to-back losses against Clemson and Georgia Tech. But what was that? What's that, JR?
Was that my bad? Was that Darren Durant at quarterback?
It was Durant for sure.
At quarterback.
Yeah. Oh man,
I wasn't there then. Yeah, I was gone. I left before that season.
2001. Yeah, I think it was your last year, Willie.
It was my sophomore year.
That was at NC State, right?
No. It was at Carolina.
That was at
Carolina. Was that the year of the tally fight? Oh.
Was that the tally fight? No. It couldn't have been. I was there. During the tally fight.
Was that the year they did the reverse pass to Brian and he threw it? Did they have the trick play to Phillip on that one?
Oh, was that?
I thought
because we won that game.
Or was that our senior year?
We won that game.
My senior year, we ran for like 200 yards on them cats and just steamrolled them. I remember that vividly.
My senior year, they beat us. We beat them my junior year. We lost my senior year.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
It looks like Carolina played two quarterbacks that year, like Ronald Curry and Darian Durant.
Okay. That's right.
Curry. I forgot about Curry.
Right. Yeah, you played. Yeah, y'all. Okay, the basketball you played against him, didn't you?
So Willie, my freshman year, you were on that team that played Carolina at Charlotte.
Yeah.
When
they cheated us, yo. They cheated us, Willie. Coleman scored, right? Nah, he ain't scored, did he?
Look,
Coleman didn't score, did he? Yo?
Look, no, he didn't.
We was mad as hell. But he didn't score though.
He didn't score.
He didn't.
It was like the Tennessee Titans against the Rams.
Yep. That game was fun though, man. That was like, I mean, y'all had a lot more experiences or whatever, but that was my, I guess that might have been everybody's first experience because we dressed in the Panthers locker room and shit, you know what I mean? Like, that shit was dope, man. That was fun, man. That was a hell of an experience.
It should have been on, yeah. It would have been nice to win that game. I think it was a rainy, wet game and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, man, going back to Phillip though a little bit, there's one story that sticks out for me when he came in, right, and they were doing that battle in the spring. And I was a sophomore because he was a freshman. Willie, I suppose you would have been a junior or senior, maybe a junior.
Probably.
I'm not sure. So either way, though, I'm starting at left guard, or maybe one of the guards, you know, or I think maybe a tackle, who knows? But I get bulled back. I'm a sophomore. I get bulled back, probably by Fish or one of them. You know what I mean? I get bulled back. Phillip hits his hand on the back of my helmet. Y'all don't remember this, do you? Yeah, man. I'll finish. What's up, Big Fish?
What's up, man?
What up, man? What's good, y'all?
What's going on, Fish? How you doing, brother?
What up, Fish?
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
Jeff, he played defensive lineman at NC State with us all.
I was a kicker.
He used to bust my ass.
He
used to bust my ass at practice every day.
I remember when I got there my freshman year, they was like, "There's Big Fish and there go Little Fish." I'm sitting there going, "Man, both these fishes are the same, man. What y'all talking about, man? No, that's Big Fish." I'm like,
look, Coach, Fish used to have that
which fish I'm going to go against next day. God damn, how many fishes on there, man?
So 1-2, right?
Yeah, 1-2. He had that 1-2.
One fish was crazy. He was crazy. The other fish was crazy.
Yeah,
I could take Big Fish. He had his mind on right. The other fish, he was crazy as hell.
Yeah, he was wild.
He was wild. Yeah. He was wild. But I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about with Phillip. I got bowled back probably by the fish. I got bowled back and he hit his finger on the back of my helmet. He broke his fingers. They put pins in. He was out for the spring. And for me, like I'm sitting there going,
remember this, yo.
it wasn't. It probably wasn't a big deal to most people on the outside. But looking back, if that goes a different way, or if he doesn't come out of that normal or whatever, it's like, bro, you got bulled and broke Philip Rivers' damn fingers, bro. Like that's not what you want to be like known for.
Remember,
so
right?
that kind of woke me up. Like, and anytime you see dudes get bulled back and that quarterback hits his hand, I'm like, man, because
not pretty.
It's just that was his freshman. Him and Jatavis were battling back.
They were battling. It was a battle. It was a battle.
They put pins in and everything, did the surgery, and he came back. He was fine, but whew, man, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, right? Don't get your quarterback's fingers broken, boys.
Right.
Man.
Fish, what you guys so what was your thoughts playing, defense going up against him in practices and stuff every day, yo?
Oh man, it's just the energy that he brought, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, even when he came in the spring, you know what I'm saying? Like, before we even started, remember he came in the spring and played, when we first met him, and played spring ball with us.
Yeah.
So we looking at this young cat coming in, you know what I'm saying? And like,
shit, he went through winter workouts with us, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. He was mature,
in January.
bro.
His shit's crazy,
bro.
Yeah, he came in. He was probably one of the first ones, right, to leave high school.
Yeah.
He left high school. He was there in January, right?
Yep.
Right.
Stiff as hell, stiff as a board, going through mat drills. That's the first time I heard, well, you stiffer than a wedding dick, Phil.
Man, y'all missed Joe Pate. Joe Pate was on 99 The Fam this week.
Man, I saw you posted that. I didn't know if it was serious or not, though.
He talked about, because he recruited Phillip. So they talked about, he talked about how he recruited Phillip, and I think Alabama didn't offer him, because if they would have, he would have went to Alabama.
Wow.
I think Auburn or somebody, I can't remember the school, it might not have been Auburn, wanted him to play tight end. But Joe Pate recruited him to NC State, and that's the reason, he came here. So I was like, man, that's awesome that they took the time out to interview
That's
Coach Pate.
crazy,
Coach Pate the man, yo. I thank you,
Joe
Coach
Pate was the man. He was
Pate
cool as shit.
Man.
Like, I didn't, I mean, he was a linebackers coach, defense coach. I didn't cross paths with him too much, but when I did, I liked him a lot.
Yeah. Coach Pate the man, yo. Same thing. I was on offense.
Yeah.
And I worked with a little bit on like extra point team and stuff like that, but I know Joe Pate the man. So if he ever sees this, I say Joe Pate, thank you, man. Joe Pate the man.
That's what's up.
He was a trip. I remember Coach Pate saying, you walk by the coach's office and he said, Fish, come on in here for a minute. He said, no, Fish, you're starting to look like a blowfish out there on the field. 2 weeks later, he came back. He said, come on back in here. Now you're looking like a piranha. I thought, I'll never forget that, bro.
He has some one-liners.
He was real, though. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was a trip,
He didn't say too much, but when he talked to you, he was, saying, he coached from the heart, man. We had some good coaches, though. We really did.
Yeah.
Did Phillip rub off on you guys like he kind of did to some NFL players, obviously getting a little chirpy in their ear? Was he like that? Obviously, you've seen him when he was a younger player, but did you kind of tell he had that chip to his shoulder a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
He was going to try and get under your skin a little bit.
My years in the league and stuff, people would ask me all the time, like, what is that like? What is that like? What is that like? And I played with Carson in Cincinnati, and Carson is like the exact opposite. Like, Carson is chill, Cali, just whatever. And it was completely different. And Phil was just so fiery, dadgummus and all that stuff. And, he would talk, but I didn't realize, like, everybody's not like that. Is my sound slowing down? But
there you go. It got better. There you go.
Everybody is not. Every quarterback ain't Phillip Rivers, ain't Philly Cheese. Everybody's got their different, personalities. And going from like a guy that was so fired up to other quarterbacks that are just kind of like just mellow and don't want to start nothing. It's like, man, you miss that fire from that leadership standpoint and like that the will that he had. I know them dudes. I know that O-line, the San Diego line. I know they love playing for him. Like, they love blocking for him.
Right.
There's no way.
How couldn't
people
they?
say they get annoyed.
How couldn't they?
How can't you? How could you not? You know what I mean?
And I would say, you know, that Philip was like that from day one. So I know for me personally, you know, and in practice he like that. So to us, it
was in practice.
It becomes kind of humorous because we hear it all the time, and you know, it just becomes normal. It's like it's a normal everyday interaction, and it never stops. Whether we playing Madden.
I was just about to say that. Even in Madden,
that's what I was going to say.
He was so competitive, even in
It don't
Madden.
matter what it was. You're gonna hear some junk talking, but you know, you got to be ready to take it back because you know we talk some smack too. So you know, and Philip always with the mouth. So it was kind of normal for us. It was just who he was.
He didn't come in like, where did he learn? He learned that from some of the older cats. He came in quiet.
He had to learn that from his dad.
He just had to. I think he just had to come. He wanted to come in and just find his space. You know what I mean? Get comfortable and then just unleash.
Philip
because who did he roommate? He was roommates with what? GL, right?
Spring practice. His freshman year, he was talking smack.
Right.
You know, he learned that from home. He learned that from Alabama, man. Because you know, you
probably had to have it down there too. Probably had to have it in Alabama.
Fisher, did you guys ever want to get some shots in on him for his little cheat in practice? You ever like, man, I just want to put him on his ass?
You know what? Not really, man. I mean, because we always looked at it as it was a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a respect thing. I would rather have somebody like that who's gonna talk trash, who you know got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Fish, if you play safety, Fish, if you play corner, I guarantee you were gonna. It would be a different story, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would have loved it.
Right.
I would have loved it.
Me and you going back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, me and you're gonna go back and forth. He's gonna go get in them DBs. He's gonna go get in them DBs' ears. You know.
Oh my God.
I know. If they try to stunt and fish around for me to block them, then I'm getting a holding penalty. I ain't blocking for
He's stupid.
Kneecaps.
So Fish, I asked Willie and Scott said Julius Peppers was their toughest matchup, you know what I mean, in college and whatnot. Willie, I'm gonna come back to you though. I'm gonna come back to you because you was just agreeing with Scott. My bad.
Yeah. I mean, he was tough. I didn't go up against Peppers much, but he was tough.
When he wanted to. There was guys that played for Miami of Ohio, up, you know, where I used to live in Cincinnati, right outside Miami, Ohio. Them dudes, they came down one year and they wanted to beat our ass. And I'm like, bro, chill. we know, like, it's okay. But it was sometimes harder going against guys like that than, you know, a guy like Peppers that would just turn it on down. When Peppers made it to the league, when he got there and you watch some of that film,
different story.
That speed, the power he had, and all that. I mean, just it was, you know, he's a different guy. You know.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, 100%. I remember seeing that. He was on the Shrine Bowl. We played on the Shrine Bowl team together, and just going up against him in high school practices back then. I saw it then, and
right.
Yeah,
it's like, man, they grow.
Like, what are they feeding these dudes in Nash County?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Coulda, what you sipping on? What you sipping on, man?
Got a little bourbon in the glass here. You know.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me a Manhattan. I'm on the way.
You want?
Anybody got some liquor? I want to take a shot.
You want me to smoke it and everything, and peel the rind and all that fancy stuff?
No, you ain't got to do all the fancy.
What's up, little Fisher?
I just have it neat.
What's up, little? Hey.
What's up, Talon?
What's up?
How you doing?
Yeah, he just turned 11. 11,
man.
Wow.
I got a
my
11-year-old daughter myself,
12.
man.
He's 11 years old. He's 6'3", 270, ready to ball out right now.
He just got off the phone with Nick. He just got off the phone with Nick Saban before he came and gave Daddy up.
Right. He said we would definitely have a Netflix channel or something.
Phil, listen. Phil went off and got married after his freshman year. Hey, you remember the smile that he came back on his face after he was like, "Oh my God!" After
when
he came back from the honeymoon, we were like, "Yeah, Philip, yep, we know, man. We know." Hey, after that, it was just
look. Me and Tanner, we were looking at it at work the other day. It's like every other season. After every time he had a good season,
Another kid.
Boom. Boy, you could wipe that smile off his face, man.
That's funny.
Ah, dog, man. That was fun. I remember that like yesterday. He was like, hey guys, isn't it great?
Did he have a couple of kids in high school or in college?
I want to know, this is Coulda saying this stuff, not me.
I mean, he got 9 kids, Willie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no hiding that, brother.
Ain't no hiding that. Everybody knows what he's been doing.
No, it's crazy to, like we played college ball together, me and Brian, and all of a sudden he's like working with my kid. It's like, you know what I mean? It's
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy. They always told you like it would come back around, and Comer, like Comer was in my wedding, Locklear was in my wedding. And I mean, we're still like that. Obviously if Chris was still here, we would be, like that. So it's, you definitely build those bonds, for sure through that. So
definitely.
Yeah.
And that's what's good. And that's another good thing, man. That's it's good, like even after 20 years, like Scott, Scott, I haven't seen, we talked on, social media and shit, but
right.
I ain't seen you in 20 years, and we just picked it up like shit. I'd come to your room to hyper black and mild and chill or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
Speaking of that, have any of you guys talked to Philip like in the last 10 or 15 years? Any of you guys even had contact?
Willie, he came back to a reunion a few years ago, didn't he, Fish?
Oh, I saw him at that.
Yeah. He came back to a reunion, man, hung out and chilled, and Philly cheese. He don't get back to NC State too often, but he
Philly
came
cheese.
back and blessed us with his presence, and we had a good time catching up.
The last time I saw Philip was 2006. We were playing the Chargers. We went up about 21 or 28 to like 6 or 7. At the halftime, I'm like, okay, let's see how this works. They came back and it was LaDainian Tomlinson and him. They came back and beat us. That was the last time I talked to him. So,
wow. And
that's my last football memory of him. Is just like, I'm like, God damn, and he started talking and man,
So after the game, did y'all get together? Like, how's that? After the game, did y'all say what's up?
Said what's up to him, yeah, and then I ran off, and I wasn't playing. I was like backing up and all that stuff, but say what's up, and then tuck my tail between my legs and get out of there. Yeah,
right.
But we've seen that before. I mean, that's his thing, man. Like we've seen that,
For sure.
The only thing about him, like, getting into the Hall is like, if he had that chip, it'd be a no-brainer. I mean, for me, he's a Hall of Famer.
No-brainer. I think it's a no-brainer. If Dan Marino's in the Hall of Fame, his numbers are better than Dan Phillips in the Hall of Fame.
But obviously, we're going to be biased for sure. But I mean, I think if you ask anybody
he's still worthy. He's still worthy.
Definitely.
Yeah. His numbers put him in the Hall. Just like Torrey should be in the Hall. The numbers put you there.
He's definitely one of the best quarterbacks of all time to never win a Super Bowl. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Him and Dan Marino.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Dan played.
I used to hate him as a Broncos fan. Let me tell you.
I bet.
What was your guys' opinion of the special teams guys? I heard you talking about the line. He went from being a long snapper to just wanting to party. Were those guys pretty crazy, or did you guys even really interact with them in college?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not like that.
Yeah,
it's not like what you think, man. Like everybody, man, we hung out.
They're just like everybody else.
Yeah, everybody.
I feel like nowadays they don't even like the kickers and punters are in their own little world.
Well, you need them, but we all in the same locker room.
Yeah,
they cut up and join, and they're just like everyone else and have a good time. And the same way you're gonna respect Phillip and treat him with respect, the same way you're gonna do it to Austin Herbert. Adam Keuchel.
Yeah, they're gonna win your game.
That's exactly right. You got it, Tanner, for sure. Because as soon as you talk junk and then you need them to kick that field goal, they're your bet. Hey, come on, let's go.
You're running up to him. Yeah.
Right. Man, I would not want that. I would not want that job, man.
That's pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Man.
Yeah, like you guys said, you can play your ass off for 48 minutes. And then it doesn't even matter. It comes down to them. So it's just like, it is what it is at that point. So.
Yo, speaking of special teams, I don't care what level, whatever. I always hated field goal protection unit. That was the worst shit ever. What you think, Scott?
Just get teed off on. Just get teed off on, Big Mel.
Teed off on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
The only thing is if Jeff was tired, okay, we all right.
Oh, we
like
good.
He's tired
We good.
now. He gonna take his play off, you know.
Look, stand up, put your hand on.
Mad. They just got scored on, so they mad. It's like you can't what, you know.
Oh my God.
Man.
You know what the worst was? You know, the worst as a D lineman is you go out there and you trying to stop. They say 3 and out, right? So you in your mind, you're like, all right, y'all, let's go. 3 and out, nope, first down. Shit.
Yeah.
12
plays later.
Come out there, turnover. God, what? Grab your helmet, go back out. Oh my God, I hated it.
I couldn't imagine that shit.
Bro,
I could not imagine.
Gosh,
I used to hate it. And I just remember being on the side, just watching defense and score, just feeling bad. Like, damn, they gonna have all kind of pack-ups to do at practice.
Oh my God.
Them boys gonna be packing it up all practice long.
You remember we used to play Florida State. It's when Florida State used to put up points, bro.
Huh.
Bro, and
Was it that 58-14?
We start running them. Yeah, so we running strides, right? Before practice would start, Coach Snipes would have us over there running strides. So they say 10 for the good of the team, and then however many points we give up, we had to run. Man, we only run like 60 strides, man. Like, bruh, before practice.
Man.
So when we used to be losing, they wanted to put the backup down. I was like, nah, man, we ain't trying to give up no points. I'm going back in, bro.
Right. You trying to save them strides.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm thinking about Monday or whatever it was.
Right. Damn. Yeah, I really used to feel bad for y'all boys over there.
Yeah, they gave me the option to go to play defense my freshman year, and I saw y'all over there doing up downs, and I was like, nah,
dog. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
gonna hang out over here in the corner with the O-line.
Yeah, we're gonna be over here chilling, listening to Coach Caldwell.
I didn't know if y'all practice or not. I thought y'all just did up downs the whole time, man.
Right, that's crazy, right?
Man,
you got to the point where you're not even. Hit it, just fall, and then hey man, this dude hits the ground so hard, bro. Ain't even breaking his fall, just
man, so many people are messed up from that to this day right now.
Oh my God.
Oh, for sure.
I tell you one drill, if I was a coach, one drill I definitely would keep was that pack attack was real, bro. Like
that pack attack was real.
Will tell you
that had y'all boys hard.
Man,
that had y'all boys.
See all the boys adjusting their chin straps. Hey, bro, you about to go tighten up your shoulder pads and everything. It's about to get real.
Y'all boys get them pack 'em t-shirts. Y'all used to have them pack attack t-shirts.
Yeah, man.
What was the pack attack? Was that a circuit y'all did, or
So you have one guy on the line or on the bubble they called it, and you had 3 guys lined up behind him. So they're sending the first guy. You got to take him face to face. If you go to the side, they make you come back. Helmet to helmet, face to face. They can shed the block, and before you even get off that block, that next person coming. So if you're not on that, man, woo. So, but it was real, bro.
Is that what fucked Streets up? Is that what got Streets?
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all remember that, Willie? Y'all remember that when
Goodson one year
Scott,
too.
that might have been my freshman year. I don't know.
I remember Rashad, but
you did. Damn.
Y'all remember Tootsie?
Yeah.
Y'all remember when Coach O'Kane hit Tootsie? That's how you got the name.
Hey, Big Toots had that leg. He had that trick knee, boy.
Big Toots.
He was like 6'8", 350 pounds. I'm like, how? There ain't no way this dude from Cary can play this game. And Big Jar, Big Earth. I'm like,
Big Earth.
How?
He's a big dude. He was 6'8", 340 with like fucking 9-10% body fat.
And he ran like a deer. He ran like a deer.
4'9", 4'8".
Yeah, he did run a 4'8", 4'9". Yeah.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just the shit. It's crazy, man. Just the numbers and everything that like the Fish putting up the big strength numbers. What you get 42 reps?
Oh, yeah, 225. Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
That's impressive, yo. That shit's crazy.
Hey, that's
crazy,
Larry
man.
Allen type shit right there.
That's crazy. Like that's stuff that people don't realize. You know, them people just watching from afar and stuff, man. Like
you know what's
football
crazy?
players, there's some crazy shit.
Coming out of high school, I was doing like 450. You know what I mean? But to get in there and start once your endurance, because we stayed there. We never went home in the summer. You know what I mean? We stayed down there, worked out and everything. So you could feel like your strength. Like I was going there and put on 225 to warm up, bro. And I didn't start feeling that weight until we got to like 3. You know what I mean? 3 plus 350. Where I really had to. And then you put 425. You do one. I'm not doing 425 like 6 times.
Yeah, Willie, just stay quiet, bro. This the strong dudes talking. You just stay quiet down there, Willie.
Come on now.
That finesse. You like, what are y'all talking about, man? I'm a finesse guy, man.
I get my 23, 24.
There it is. There it is.
Hey, look. Come on now.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Put some respect on it, huh, Willie?
Put some respect on my name.
I'm gonna do more dips.
Oh, I had 0. I'm giving you 0 dips.
0 dips.
0 dips.
Oh, yeah.
No, my bad. I give you 3 dips, 0 pull-ups. That's what it was.
0 pull-ups.
0 pull-ups. I was always on the pull-up machine.
Yes, sir.
I'm on the machine on the pull-ups.
The assisted weight maxed
the
out.
assisted
right?
pull-ups, yeah.
With a stack
on that
helping you up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
Did you guys ever feel like it when you were in college? Was there a certain time like you felt, I know during the season, like you weren't as strong as maybe you were during the off season? Did it like change with how you were, eating and working out? That there was a time of the year where, you felt like you were in, I guess, great shape and stronger. And then when you were playing, was it flipped around? What was that kind of like?
You got to live during the season, so.
Yeah. I mean, for me,
we were in the best shape of our lives with Stroud.
Yeah,
and,
Coach Stroud, good
Pat
man.
Pat Meyer and Stroud, they trimmed the fat, man. They trimmed the fat. They chiseled everybody up. And man, we were running like crazy. We were big as fuck.
Like, because O'Kane them wanted us huge. O'Kane wanted us
just big.
Amato and Stroud wanted us fast.
Yeah, they wanted
I was 350 with O'Kane. I got down to 315 with Stroud.
Right. Like,
did you work out less during the season?
What's that? No, I mean, we were just as strong. We were just as strong. We were in football shape, but what's that, Willie?
I said you lift during the season, so you don't really lose your strength.
Yeah.
We would do mat drills. Willie, I know you remember this. We remember doing mat drills on Monday nights? We would do mat drills on the field.
I was with the wide receivers and running backs on that night. I was with the wide receivers. Yes,
what were y'all doing?
He wasn't the tight end that night.
I wasn't. No, I had to do it with you guys because they made the tight ends do it with you guys. I tried to go to the wide receiver room and work on my route and watch film, and you a tight end today.
Wait, hold up. So the receivers didn't do that shit we were doing?
No. Come on, man. That was for us. That was
just, they did in winter workouts, but not during the seasons and shit. No.
Man, I feel like I can't trust them now. I can't trust anybody now.
Yo,
ask Coulda if he remembers taking credit in practice for recovering Ray Robinson's fumble against Florida State and not having to run sprints. Coulda, do you remember doing that?
Derek Green recovered it.
No, I recovered it. Coach Amato said you recovered it because I don't know what it was on his head that day. Man, he was like, Coulda, you don't have to run sprints. Coulda was like, appreciate it.
For real?
He took that. I bet he took that so he wasn't going to have to run.
Listen, hold on. Derek Green recovered it, didn't he?
I recovered it.
Are you talking about the one for the touchdown down there?
No, I'm talking about when we played at Florida State, we beat them. This was my senior year.
Yeah,
and,
it was down there.
Ray fumbled like in the second quarter or something. And it might have been like the third quarter. And I jumped on it, and you was right there on top of me because you would have got it if I didn't get it. But Coach Amato gave you credit in practice. You ain't have to run sprints. He was like, appreciate it. Ran on up the hill.
Damn, man. Hey, you still remember? Hey, I'm sorry. For real. I'll go run some sprints right now. I'll go run. I'll go run them, Billy. I'll go run them.
No, I didn't run them.
No, you did run them. So what are we talking about then? What are we talking about?
Still salty 20 years later.
Coach Daddy was like, Willie, you got the fumble, man. You ain't got to run these sprints. I was like, look, we're not going to tell. Look, just keep it between us.
You good.
Keep this one between us.
Listen, if somebody tells you ain't got to run, okay.
You ain't running.
All day.
Come on.
Man.
With the
Ray Amato had us practicing running sprints 2 days before bowl games. Hey, look, any chance not to run was a blessing.
They was crazy with that.
I just remember, y'all remember just trying to figure out how many damn periods of practice we was gonna have.
Hands on the line.
Like how many periods y'all think we gonna have today?
But it was a long ass 24. It was there wasn't no. Man, I need to see a digital clock because I know some of them periods supposed to be 5 minutes. They was 15-minute, 5-minute periods.
Right. No way.
Remember, as a defensive lineman,
walk up all them steps at the end of practice.
Right. Pursuit drill. where the cones just appear out of nowhere. Pursuit drill. You leave one place and you look, I'm like, oh my God. First thing I do is unstrap that shoulder pad thing. Yeah, I need all that. I think just, yeah, bro, I can't have that. I got to be able to breathe, bro.
I need all that space.
I need all that. I got to take a deep breath, bro, for this here. Come back. Oh, Lord.
Look, Coulda, it was good to see you.
Yo.
Mel and Fish, I talk to y'all all the time, so
yeah.
Fuck y'all. But Coulda, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Willie, when things lighten up, man, let's go get after it, man, one night or something.
Man, I live like 10 minutes from you, man. 10, 15 minutes from you, so we'll get it in.
All right, let's do that.
Hey, Fish, I'll holler at you later on this week. Mel.
All right, bro.
Holla.
Nice to meet you, Willie.
All right, Tanner, be good.
You too, man.
Go eat some hummus.
We all need some hummus, man. We all need
some hummus. Man, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for joining us on this, man. For real, man. It's a lot of fun, man. It's good to see y'all, man. For real.
It's always good. I can't stop smiling.
No, man, it's so much fun, man. I love it.
I'm gonna go sit my ass down, man, and chill out.
Yeah,
y'all be safe, all right?
Definitely, man.
Good to see you. We probably didn't do Philip any justice on this one. We got
all good.
It was all right.
Everybody knows.
The first hour just to get the catch up, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully you can use some of them clips, Tanner or whatever. But
I
know it was awesome playing with that dude.
All right,
let's do it again sometime, y'all. You know what I mean? Get up sometime. We'll talk about something.
All right.
Y'all stay healthy, man, and stay safe. All right.
Do the same,
all right, man. Definitely, man.
I'm gonna get
Tanner,
out
nice
here.
meeting you, bro.
All right, y'all.
Good to meet you. Good to see y'all, boys. All right.
All right, Fish. All right, Scott.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun, Tanner.
Yeah,
that's crazy, right?
You guys were. I was having a good time just listening to your stories, and kind of going back, and the old boys just cutting it up a little bit, and I think Fisher said, he just couldn't stop smiling. He was so happy. He was just like, it's just like you guys back, at the bars in Raleigh or something, getting some
what I mean?
at a house party. Yeah.
It's crazy, like like me, Fisher, and Willie, we talk a lot. But Scott, like I haven't seen Scott in 20 years, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to see him and just to go right back to where we were, just cutting it up, it's a good feeling, man. And you know what I mean? It was awesome. That was good, man. That was good.
Yeah.
Like you said, I hope we did Philip some justice. I hope we did him some justice, but
Yeah, no, it was good. Everybody got their talks in about him, being a motivator, being a guy that carried that competitive spirit all the time. And we got to talk about his 12 kids or however many.
However many it is.
Yeah. Yep. And obviously, JR, pretty awesome for you guys to get a chance to catch up there and, talk to everybody, reminisce on your times, as well as talk about, the great career it was for Philip Rivers and you guys in the Wolfpack colors. Oh, man,
it's crazy, man, just to Scott, you know what I mean? I haven't seen him or talked to him in 20 years except for on social media, and just to pick up right where we left off, it seemed like. You know what I mean? It was a good feeling. It's always good to see him. Always good to reminisce about the good old Wolfpack days. Good to talk about Philip, man. He was a good dude. He was something else. Like, he came in and he took over from the beginning. He was a good dude. He deserves everything he's got coming towards him, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is another one in the books. We went a little bit longer this week, but we'll make sure to keep you updated on what's happened. We'll probably talk about who won the Super Bowl, who impressed us, all that coming up here in the coming weeks. But thanks for joining us here on the Could Have Been Great Show. JR, thanks. Appreciate you as always, and we'll see you all next week.
Good.